she was very sick, of course, coming back to the sick. And Mr. Frank one day showed up in where I was, and he told me about the book. I mean, the book. He told me about papers found, the police had found the papers, and she had finally given it to him, and he started reading the book, discussing stuff. We did not think that it would, I mean, nobody thought it would be as famous as it became, but she really changed many people's attitudes. Somehow, do you know another book about the war? I mean, unless you read a university book, book of universities, you could find out what actually happened. But that book somehow grabbed everybody where we live. We don't live in science. We live in feelings and heart, our hearts, and the important things. It's just, well, it's the end of the story. I was very lucky. I made it.
Could you tell us more about what he did, who he was, how he came about?
Manfred.
Your
boyfriend.
Manfred.
Your boyfriend.
Oh, oh yes. Well, one of the sad things was that, after the war, it was a question of getting married or not getting married, and I just couldn't marry him. I couldn't. It was during the war. It was very hard to be nice all the time. And Manfred ended up telling me my father had killed my family. It was my father, and I couldn't face it. I couldn't marry anybody who said that. It was true. I mean, in a way, but he wasn't guilty anyway. It's one of those situations. Who's gonna damn somebody? Anyway, I did not marry him. He married finally somebody else, and he started to business. He's was very well to do, and at the moment I think he's still alive. He got very sick. I saw him whenever I went to Holland, and I met all his two kids, and one of them was still alive. And he was a great guy in the war. He really was. Nobody got killed from our group. Nobody gave anybody away. Nothing. They never did anything horrible, and they could live with themselves afterwards. And that's an important thing. That's very important. And he did, yeah.
What about the bicycle drivers, when you were sitting on top of the...
Oh, they were one of us.
Okay.
Yeah. He might not be exactly of our group, but he might be a neighboring group or somebody. If we needed somebody, we could get him to listen. We had a friend who had a very interesting small car when the war started. And they had a garage that he put his car in the garage when he felt something was happening, there was no road, the Germans were coming in. We had 5 days of war, 5 days of war when Germany attacked Holland. And during that time, he took bricks and closed up the thing. Nobody ever knew there was a car in there. And the day was over. He had a full tank. He could look forward and saw something. He was the first one going on vacation after the war.